once the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Mr. RR Patil, told me a story. A very interesting story. You see, there was a Chief Minister in Maharashtra called Vasantdada Patil. Vasantdada Patil was mentor of a lot of leaders in Maharashtra, including Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar was also mentored by Vasantdada Patil, at least that is what he says. RR Patil was also mentored by Vasantdada Patil. Now, Vasantdada Patil as a person had this, he liked meeting people per se. He loved meeting people, and especially he would meet people from his constituency. He came from Sangli in Maharashtra. Sangli is around, if I am not wrong, around 450 to 500 kilometers from Mumbai. So he was from Sangli, and he loved meeting his people from Sangli, and his people from Sangli, from his constituency, would come to Varsha. Varsha is where the Chief Minister of Maharashtra stays, in Mumbai. So people would come to Varsha and meet him, and he would love to meet them. Okay, so that was the story. So one day what happened was, there was a bunch of people, bunch of farmers coming to meet Vasantdada Patil. And incidentally, one farmer, I don't know his name, but let us call him Raju for the story. This farmer Raju, he was in Maharashtra. Normally, people from rural Maharashtra, they wear white. So they wear white jibba and then their white pajama. That's what they normally wear, or white dhoti. This gentleman Raju, his white kurta, his white shirt, it got, because those days, if you remember, we had steam trains, we had the steam engines, so they would use coal. So incidentally, because there was a lot of smoke, there was a lot of coal, his white kurta got black, it got stained. So he went to the bathroom, to the wash basin that you see in the train, and he washed his kurta in the wash basin, in the train wash basin, and he washed his kurta and tried to dry it. Now, incidentally, the kurta was not getting dry. 3-4 hours he was supposed to reach Mumbai, and the kurta was not getting dried, so he was very little worried. So what he did is, to dry the kurta fast, he put the kurta outside the window of the train, so that the kurta can dry fast. And incidentally, woof, the kurta went off. The kurta flew out. Now this man was in trouble. He was in his bundis without a kurta, and he got very embarrassed. He said, "Where do I get a kurta from? How am I going to meet the Chief Minister now?" Okay. So anyway, this bunch of people went to Vasantdada Patil's house, Varsha, and they went to meet Mr. Patil. And this guy said, "No. He said, "I am not coming. I will wait out. How can I come without a kurta? I am in a bandi. How can I come and meet the Chief Minister without a shirt and all? I will not come," he said. So the rest of them said, "ठीक है, तुम बाहर बैठो, हम जाके बात करते हैं." These guys went inside to meet Mr. Patil. So Patil received them as usual, was talking to them, and then they asked one of these guys. He said, "Arey yaar, that Raju was supposed to come. What happened? He hasn't come." So everybody were looking at each other and said, "Sir, ऐसा हुआ ना, वो Raju का shirt उड़ गया train में, so he is shirtless now. So therefore he is very shy to come in front of you. He is in a bandi." "Oh," Vasantdada Patil said. "Acha," he said, "that's the reason." He said, Okay. He said, "Don't bother." He said, "Ask him to come in." He said, "What of it? You ask him to come in." So Vasantdada Patil, one of the staff of his office, went out and called Raju and said, "Hey, bhai, CM is calling you, come in." He said, "Arey, how will I come? No shirt." He said, "Don't bother, CM is calling you, come in." So Raju came in. You know what Vasantdada Patil did? When he saw Raju coming in his room without a shirt, Vasantdada Patil removed his own shirt and kept it in the side, and he too sat in the meeting in a bandi. And he asked Raju, "Ab comfortable ho na tum?" What a story.